Today I am going to walk you through some of the features of Zoom. You know that we have Zoom updates every 2 weeks. Sometimes we even have Zoom updates even more frequently than that. One of the new features that Zoom has is the noise reduction. So if you come over to the little button that is over here by the microphone, you will be able to click on that and pick up audio settings. Once you're in your audio settings, you will see here that it says suppress background noise. Right now mine is set to auto. You will want to click on high to create the highest level of noise suppression that is possible in the Zoom meeting to keep your students from hearing any background noise that you may have. One of the other new features is the background and filters. We now have video filters that you can use during your class to provide engagement to your students. You even have a mask filter, which is super fun. You could be a mouse. You could have a pizza slice on your head. You can be a happy sprout if you would like to be. You can be a mystery bandit, or you could be a French painter. You could also be a unicorn. So these are some of the new fun filters that you can use in Zoom to engage your students in your lessons. We also have the virtual backgrounds option. You just come over to this little plus button and you can add your images or your videos to your Zoom account in your background and filters. You also have your security button. This is very important for our students because we want them to be in a safe space when they are in Zoom with you. You can lock your meeting once all of your students have logged in. Make sure that your waiting room is enabled, so as you are allowing students into the class, you make sure that only your students and your TA are the ones that you are allowing in. You can allow your participants to share their screen if they are presenting some information. Maybe they've worked in collaborative learning groups and they have a presentation that they need to present to the class. You can allow them to share their screen. You can allow them to chat. You can allow them to rename themselves. I would suggest clicking off of that so that your students only can come in with their first and last name. You can allow your students to unmute themselves, and you can also allow them to annotate on shared content. This is an important feature here. If you want your students to really participate with you in class, they are able to annotate on the screen on whatever you are showing them. So especially if you are a math teacher and you have some math problems that you would like for your students to work out, you can assign each problem to a student and allow them to annotate and work through that problem with you. Your participants tab, this allows your students to have these nonverbal feedback. You have yes, no, go slower, go faster, you're more. If you want your students to use this as a nonverbal feedback of whether they understand the information or they don't understand the information, they could give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If they needed to walk away from the computer for a few minutes, maybe they need to go to the restroom, then you could ask them to put the away button so that you know that they are not there. The three little buttons over here on the side, it will ask all to unmute, mute participants upon entry, allow participants to unmute themselves, allow participants to rename themselves, play a sound when someone joins or leaves, enable the waiting room, and lock the meeting. You have your polls feature. This is another feature that you can use as your beginning of your class. As students are logging in, you could have a poll for them to use. If you wanted to add some questions or edit this, it will take you to your Zoom account for you to work on that before your Zoom meeting begins. For your chat features, here you have where you can talk to everyone. Any message that you broadcast, everyone that is in the meeting will be able to see it. If you click on the drop down, if you have other participants and you need to speak with someone privately, you would just click on the drop down and you would find their name listed here. Click on their name and then just send the message to them. You can also cut off the chat so that they can chat with no one. They can chat with you only, everyone publicly, or everyone publicly and privately. As a teacher, I would probably either have host only so that all of my students know that all of their answers that they are answering come only to me. This will help if some students do not want everybody in the class to see their answers that they're sharing, or either everyone publicly so that I can see exactly what everyone is saying at all times. I would not want my students going through and being able to chat privately with any of the other participants that are there. Your share screen. This is going to give you the options of sharing your screens, your whiteboard. If you click on advanced, you can click on PowerPoint as a virtual background. You can share just a portion of your screen, music or computer sound only, or if you have a document camera, you can also share the content from a second camera with your students. If you are sharing anything that they need to be able to hear, make sure that you click on share computer sound right here so that your students will be able to hear anything that you share with them. Breakout rooms. Breakout rooms are another amazing feature that Zoom offers us. You can automatically assign your students to the breakout rooms, or if you already have them grouped together in the groups that you would like for them to be in, then you would just click on manually and you would manually enter the students into the rooms that you would like them to be. Once you have all of your students assigned, you would click on create rooms. You also have these amazing reactions down here at the bottom. You can give them a clap, a thumbs up, a heart, a joy, open mouth, or ta-da. So you can use these for your students. Maybe they give you an excellent answer to a question that you have asked them. You can give them the ta-da. This will show up right up here on the top of the screen. And this is one that you can celebrate your students. If somebody said something that was really funny, maybe you want to give them the laughing face. Somebody said something that was really shocking, maybe you give them the wow face. You can give them a thumbs up if they answered the question correctly, or you can applaud your students as they are working hard in class. So these are just some of the amazing features that Zoom offers, along with the new noise reduction feature and the new PowerPoint as a virtual background and where to find those. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks, guys. Bye.